Hi everyone. Hi Dr. Guri and my fellow friend. So today I will talk about the integrated curriculum design for preschool in Malaysia. Okay, so this paper is written by Dr. Gurdeep and her friend Miss Irani. So I will talk about we will discuss about this paper in the perspective of ECCE operator. So currently, I'm running ECCE Center. My center is brand as a Tunas Islamic Preschool, and we are located at Kota Masai, Pasir Gudang, Johor. Okay, so for today's agenda, we will talk about these four things. For the first one is on this preschool integrated curriculum model here, and then I will talk about the point of view from the ECCE operator. The third one is I will elaborate on what we did on the ground, which is most likely like this one, and the conclusion part. So, before we go further, I want to elaborate a bit about this diagram, okay, which is coming from this article. So, this is the preschool integrated curriculum. As what we can see here, this preschool integrated curriculum integrate three big approaches in early childhood education. So, as what we can see, the first one, the green one, is the STEAM. STEAM. So STEAM is stand for science, technology, engineering, arts, and mathematics. So basically, for this green part, this is the interdisciplinary approach in education, which integrate the field to encourage creativity, problem solving, and innovation in children. So basically, the integration of this discipline, this STEAM discipline, is on the hands-on learning. So basically, student will engage in the inquiry-based and hands-on activity that stimulate the real world challenges for them. So this approach will help the creativity and also the critical thinking of the children. And then for the second one, the high scope approach, the red one here. So the high scope approach is actually a research based, a child centered curriculum. So this one emphasize on the active learning. So they believe that the children is the active learner in the learning process. So they encourage the children to plan, to execute, and to reflect on their activity just now. So this one, they also do the hands-on experience with the people, the material, as well as the environment. And the last one is we can see that the blue one here is the Finnish pedagogy. So now everyone is talking about the Finland education system, right? So the Finnish education system is globally renowned for its focus on the well-being and the play-based learning. So Finnish pedagogy in early childhood education is emphasizing on the holistic development of a children. So it's also the play-based learning. It also emphasizes on the child-centered approach, same like high scope approach. So basically, for this preschool integrated curriculum, as what I understand from the article, they integrate this curriculum model based on the 10 factor. So from what my understanding is that it really focus on the child development itself, which is the child center, and then it integrate and it foster the development, or it foster the engagement of the student, between the student and the peer itself, and then the student and the teacher, which their facilitator, and then it engagement between the parent as well as the community. So basically, this preschool integrated curriculum is beautifully craft to cater the kids development, not only inside the classroom but also in the outside environment, which is on the society and community as well. From this preschool integrated curriculum model here, I came up with the six component analysis, which which what I understand from this article. For the first one is it focus on the holistic development. So this preschool integrated curriculum propose framework emphasize the need to balance the cognitive, the emotional, the social, and also the physical growth of a children. So in this article, the author argued that by focusing on only one domain, which is normally we are focusing on the cognitive part, right? So by focusing on one domain, we are actually expand the limit on the children overall potential. So holistic approach is very important to ensure that the children is developed holistically, not only on the academic readiness but also another essential life skills which is very important for them, especially on the empathy, on the creativity, on the problem solving, and also other skills. Second one, the second component, key component analysis that I analyze here is on the theoretical underpinning here. So, from what I can see here is that this curriculum design draw from the established theory of the early childhood education. So I can see here that it embed the Piaget cognitive development theory on the Vygotsky social theory, Bronfenbrenner ecological system. So I can see that it's embedded here. So this theoretical framework provide the rationale for environment support, for guided play, for social interaction, as well as the contextual learning for a children holistic development. The third one is the key component that I analyze here is that it's integrate or it's coming from the global best practice. So we always heard about the Montessori, about the Reggio Emilia, about the high scope, and for this element, it could be adapted in the Malaysia context. So from this preschool integrated curriculum, I can say that it is applied from the global best practice, right? So we have the high scope here, we have the Finnish pedagogy here, we have STEAM here. So this is all the global best practice, and we can apply it or we can adopt it for Malaysian context. Number four is on the cultural and local contextualization. So a critical dimension to propose a curriculum is its responsiveness to Malaysian culture. So we know that Finnish is coming from the Finland. High scope is also not a Malaysian culture, but we can adopt it into the Malaysian culture. So the critical part here is to apply it on the Malaysian context, especially on the religion diversity. So I think the integration of the moral and ethical education is suggested to instill the value of consistency with the Malaysian social context and expectation. Number five is on the pedagogical approach. So I really love the play-based learning, which is from the Finnish pedagogy, okay, and the high scope approach, which is emphasized on the children-teacher relationship or partnership. So the play-based learning is advocated as a cornerstone of the curriculum. So here we know that experiential and also inquiry-based learning are one of the best model to discuss to complement this strategy, because we know that the curiosity of the children will be sparked during the playtime. The last one is on the collaboration. It's emphasized on the collaboration, especially on the peer collaboration between student and student, the collaboration between student and the teacher, which is their facilitator, the collaboration between parents, collaboration with the community and society. So this component, this model is emphasized on the collaboration, not only between the four walls of the classroom, but also outside the classroom with where they can explore more outside, which is from their environment. Okay, apart from that key component analysis, I justify through a theoretical alignment. So basically, what I can say from this preschool integrated curriculum, it is a child-centered approach. So from Regio Emilia, it view that children are the active participant or active learner in their learning journey, which is very parallel with this integrated curriculum, preschool integrated curriculum. Number two is about the inclusivity or equity. So we are talking about the inclusivity more this time, especially on the special needs children, inclusively join the typical children. So Howard Gardner theory of multiple intelligence cater to diverse learning style, which is that they mention they want to ensure that every child has the opportunity to excel, which means that if you are only focusing on the academic part, we are actually ignoring another capacity of children to learn. We know that we have 10 multiple intelligence in this life, so we are not only focusing on academic part, so we know that children will have another part of their life to excel on. Okay, so the last one is the preparation for lifelong learning. So based on the Bronfenbrenner microsystem, it stated that a broader societal factor will influence the success of the educational reform. So I believe that this one will become the educational reform in Malaysia, because now, as what we can see the surrounding now, Malaysia is Malaysia education system is really focusing on academic part, and I can say that they are ignoring the children capacity to learn, which is they are ignoring the development path, the milestone path of the children development, because now we are focusing on the result, which is on the academic part, but we are lacking to look at the process itself. So yeah, the fragmentation of Malaysian preschool curriculum implementation is a really a valid concern for Malaysian, especially for me as an ECCE operator. So we know that now everyone is focusing on academic, but we as an operator, we know that we should focus on the kids' development holistically. So we should know that their development is based on the path, is a process of the development, it not only focusing on the result. So this integrated curriculum, as what the article suggested, can bridge the gap between the policy and the practice by providing a clear, cohesive guideline for the educator. So we need all the educator to understand the brain development of a children. We need our educator to know about the process, the milestone, and everything about the kids' development. So this is particularly relevant in the light of the Bronfenbrenner macro system concept. So this emphasizes the need for the consistency in environment that directly influence the children, which is at home, at school, as well as at their outside environment. So as an ECCE operator, I know that it is very challenging for us to change the policy. But what we can do on the ground is to adapt, to adopt, and to keep advocating the right ECCE knowledge to parents and community while practicing the appropriate approach to our children in our ECCE center. So basically, I really agree with this integrated model, because I know that this integrated model will support the children development holistically. So what we can do as an ECCE operator on the ground is we can advocate our parents, we can advocate our community. So as from the photo just now, for the first photo one, we educating the parents during our in-house event. So we advocate the parents about the kids brain development, what to focus first before we focus on the academic part. So we want what we want from parents, which is for parents to focus on kids development, especially on their milestone development. So we want parents to focus on that first before we focus on the academic part. The second part is we advocate the community through community event that we join. So for the first photo is where I'm talking about the inclusivity of the autism during the JCOP program. The second one is the event at the KPJ Dato On, Bandar Dato On. So also we are talking about the children development in the context of autism as well as the typical kids. The third photo is where I advocate the community through the speech delay program, where we highlight to the parents about the red flag development, and then we explain to parents and we advocate the parents how to detect and how to track the kids development, so that they will know, they will detect when the children is having the delay of their development. So this is a very important part in our part in our role as an ECCE educator. Apart from advocating the parents and the community, what we did in our in-house center, ECCE center, is we are giving the children the right environment for them to be a children. So basically, I think we are integrating this, but informally using this. So what we did here is we are applying the Finnish pedagogy, we are applying the high scope approach, we are doing the STEAM in our center. But yeah, we did that, but not as a formally like this. We did that based on the integrating what we think is right for us to do at the center. So basically, we give the children the ample time for them to explore. As from the photo, you can see that we are giving them the time to do a sensory play, the dramatic play, pretend play, the experience part, the experiment part, so that they will develop their curiosity as well as the connection between the peer in the classroom as well as with the teacher. As a conclusion remark, so I really agree with this article and with this preschool integrated curriculum, because I think that this will be a transformative approach to preschool education in Malaysia. I believe that this one can transform our education system. Rather than emphasizing on academic only, we need to emphasize on the child-based learning, child-based center learning. So it is firmly rooted in the developmental theory, as what we mentioned earlier. The culture is culturally sensitive and responsiveness to the need of the contemporary society. So I believe that by fostering holistic development through play-based experiential and also the inclusive strategy, this curriculum framework will globally recognized as a best practice later, inshallah. So so I think that's all from me. Thank you.